All right, this is multiplying decimals number 1 homework. Take a look at the first one. It says 76.6 times 0.08. So remember when you're doing this worksheet, whether you have the dot between the two numbers or whether you have parentheses, both of those mean that you're going to multiply. So when you're doing multiplication with decimals, you don't line up the decimals like you do with adding and subtracting. So I'm going to write this 76.6 and I'm going to put the 0.08 right underneath it so you can see that my decimals are not lined up. Then I'm going to start to multiply. 8 times 6 is 48. Again, 8 times 6, 48 plus 4 would be 52. And then 56 plus 5 would be 61. Then you have 2 zeros, so I'm going to bring down my zeros as if I'm multiplying. Same thing, 0, bring that down, 0, 0, 0. We're going to add, I'm going to get 8, 2, 1, 6. All right, so now here's where the decimal place comes in. To figure out where you're going to put the decimal, we need to count the spots. So in the first number, we're going to go in 1 spot. In the second number, we go in 1, 2 spots. So altogether, we're going to move our decimal place in 3 spots from the end. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and my decimal is going to fall right here. All right, next problem. Even though the 3.2 comes first, I'm going to write that as my second number only because this 0.03 has more digits. So I'm going to put the 3.2 like that. Then I'm going to start my multiplying. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 0, 2 times 0. Bring down my 0. 3 times 3 is 9. 0, 0. Okay, then I'm going to add 6, 9, 0, 0. I'm going to count in my decimal places. 1, 2, 3. Again, I have to go in 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's take a look at a couple of the word problems. This first one says, what's the area of a box that's got a length of 7.9 inches and a width of 5.8 inches? So I would always draw a picture to help you with this. The length is 7.9 and the width is 5.8. When we're finding area, we're just multiplying those two dimensions together. So they're asking you to do 7.9 times 5.8. I'm going to let you guys solve that. Same with the next one. We're talking about a square. And you guys should remember that all sides of a square are equal. So they only give us a side length of 2.2. But we know that all the sides of a square are the same, so each side is 2.2. So again, area is length times width, so they're asking you to do 2.2 times 2.2. Okay. Take a look down at this one. It says a square, again, has a side length of 3.3. What is the perimeter of the square? So perimeter is a little bit different than area. Perimeter, we need to know all the sides. And since in a square all the sides are the same, I'm going to label each side 3.3. Except for perimeter, they're asking us to add all the sides. So when we are adding, we do have to line up our decimals. So when you're setting up your problem, it needs to look like this. And I'll leave that for you guys to solve. Okay, so the last 3 are pretty much the same. They're asking you to multiply. Remember, find the number with the most amount of digits. So this has 3. So I'd put that one on top, 23.4 times 1.2. So when you finish, you're going to go in 2 spots for your decimal. And when you do this one, they both have 3 digits. It doesn't matter which one you put on top. So it should look like this when you set it up. And when you get your final answer, you'll have to move in 4 decimal spots. And the last one, they both have 3 digits. So again, I would just put the first one on top and count in for your decimals, and you would have to move in 4 spots with your final answer.